Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, we got audio now. That's awesome. So right now there are no severe warnings in effect, but there are some areas that we are watching for severe wind gusts. So we're just going to sit here for a few and just kind of watch things, answer some questions. But the first area we're watching is up here by Mount Pleasant and Big Rapids. If we go over here to velocity, um, some brighter colors are showing up there, which means higher intensity of wind speeds. So just something to watch up there, probably 40, 50 mile per hour winds along the leading edge of that storm front. Um, Switching back here, some areas we are watching. If we go ahead and stop it here, Barryton, Rosebush, Mount Pleasant, Coleman, Harrison, Gladwin, that area up here, moving northeast at about 50 miles per hour. This entire line here, as that moves off, we'll have some gusty winds with it and upwards of 40 to 50 miles per hour. And then a secondary area that I am watching currently is down here in Monroe County. It was looking decent a little bit ago. Let's see how it looks now. But there's some good winds off of the airport radar right there. There still are 40 mile per hour winds, maybe 50 mile per hour winds here heading into Milan, into Belleville, Carlton, maybe those areas. Be prepared for gusty winds. That just went over my house a few minutes ago. So about 30 to 40 mile per hour winds with that, but it was strengthening when it went over my house. So just watch out for that area as well. So far today, no severe thunderstorm warnings. Instability and moisture have remained marginal. So not really a concern of widespread severe weather. And it never was a widespread threat. We just kind of thought it would be a low-end isolated threat. But there are some better ingredients up here in the central and northern parts of Michigan. So that's my thinking as of right now. This line may be one or two severe warnings on it here within the next hour or two. So we'll have to watch how things evolve as we get into the later hours in the evening. Up here in the thumb, we have some thunderstorms. I want to say by Sanilac, that area, Cass City, Akron, Fairgrave, Unionville. So other than that, right now, pretty quiet, except for that one main line here, up here near Mount Pleasant. So any questions, go ahead and ask. I'll leave it here on the loop so you guys can see that. Yeah, it is pretty quiet out there. Pretty quiet in the chat as well. Pretty simple day, just some isolated storms, potential for some higher wind gusts. Very low tornado threat, very low hail threat as well. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and feel free to ask. I'll go ahead and switch back over here and look at some more radar. Take a peek at some velocity scans. And yeah, if you stop it right here, you can see where that wind gust, where that front is, right along there. It goes down further, but that's where you're getting those higher wind gusts and upwards of probably, I want to say 40 to 50 miles per hour. I was up in Jackson waiting for the storms earlier today, and got some pretty good wind gusts, some minor tree damage in Brooklyn. Lots of localized flash flooding going on in parking lots, and even some roadways became flooded as well. So definitely some heavy rain out there, but nothing significant to be concerned at this time. Just kind of watching this, see how it evolves over the next hour or so. Hey, what's up, Ken? Jerome. We're talking Hillsdale County, Jerome. I believe it's Hillsdale County, or is it Branch County? But I believe Jerome is in the clear. Yeah, we're talking Hillsdale County, Lenawee County. Yeah, they're in the clear. So Jerome is going to be down here. Let's go ahead and switch back over to radar. And switch back to, we'll go ahead and do the Indiana radar because it's closer. Just some rain showers right now. Nothing significant there. But yeah, you should be in the clear besides a few rain showers. The main line of storms is well off to the north, northeast. But yeah, that gust front is very visible on radar, which usually indicates a pretty strong gust front there. So just going to watch that as it pushes and see if it's going to go severe here, see if the NWS wants to issue anything. Let's go ahead and check back down in Monroe County here and see what that one area we were watching was doing. Go ahead and switch back over to the airport radar. Yeah, I'd say about 40-mile-per-hour winds there. It was strengthening there between the county border up there near Maybe. London Maybe area. It looked like it was pretty strong there for a few scans. Looks like it's kind of weakening now, so that's a good sign. It's heading into the Belleville, Sumter Township, south of Ypsi there, into Huron Township. Go ahead and label it back up to Grand Rapids. Yeah, just not a lot going on today. Just watching these cells. All right, back any questions? Yeah, we have snow in the forecast tomorrow, Heather. That's typical Michigan. Hold my Verners moment. Nothing significant accumulation-wise down here in the lower peninsula. Up in the upper peninsula, though, especially the western part, they could see 6 to 10 inches total up there. So down here, though, it's just going to be some snow showers. How was it, Heather? Was it gusty up there, or was it just a typical thunderstorm? Anything crazy around Flint? So Flint is going to be up here. We'll go switch back over to the radar. Yeah, so Flint's up here. Where'd it go? Bam, there it is. So yeah, the tail end of this line of storms may impact Flint as it moves northward. So especially the west side of Flint there. No severe weather. We expect no severe weather this time. Velocity scan here looks pretty unimpressive. So I'd say Flint, you're safe for now. But if it strengthens between there and Flint, then yeah, I could see some gusty winds. But otherwise, I don't think severe weather is going to be an issue for you. I think the main part of the severe weather is going to be up here near Mount Pleasant currently. Hello, everybody. See a lot of people checking in with their locations. Yeah, Autumn, that is because of the radar beam height. So you're going to see a lot better picture of the storms up by Big Rapids on the Grand Rapids radar because the radar beam is lower to the ground, so it has a better picture of it. If you go off Detroit's or even Gaylord's radar, that beam is going to be higher up in the atmosphere, so not a very good scan. So it looks different a little bit. Further away you are, the more inaccurate it can get, and that's also why a lot of tornadoes go under the radar, just because some of these radars are so far away. Not all the radars can pick up, these weaker supercells that produce tornadoes. So yeah, if you're further away from the radar site, the radar's gonna look different. What's up, Jake from Camden? Howard City. Howard City, you might be right there on that line of storms. Let's go ahead and check that really quick. You are just to the west, should I say, of Mount Pleasant, somewhere in here. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so you're behind the storm. So you are in the clear, just some rain showers, maybe a few weaker gusts behind that line there. But the main line is going to be well to your north and it's past you. So you are currently in the clear. Widespread shot here. We don't really have anything behind this line. This line here in Hillsdale County, I don't expect that to strengthen or develop into anything significant. So let's go ahead and check back in here in Monroe County one more time and see if there's any wind. Yeah, that's pretty much died off there. It's about to hit that radar site. So about 20 to 30 mile per hour winds there. Looks like it's weakened significantly. So the main concern then becomes up here again in Grand Rapids. And that line does not appear to be doing much of anything either. You can still see that gust front there on the velocity map as it moves northward. We'll say about 40 to 50 mile per hour winds along there. Nothing severe at this time, just some gusty winds. So yeah, as it moves northward up here into the Gaylord CWA, which is the county warning area, so the counties that office and radar cover up here, as it moves into their area, it's a little bit of a better environment up there. So I wouldn't be surprised to see an isolated severe warning on this. But right now at this time, it looks pretty weak. So switch back over to velocity. I'd say it's still closer to Grand Rapids site, so we're going to use their radar. Just checking out a few of these scans here, checking for anything out of the ordinary, but nothing. Go ahead and animate this again, go back and see if there's any more questions. Yeah, no problem, Heather. Hello, Chris from St. Louis, Michigan. So yeah, overall, the severe threat continues to be low. It was never going to be a higher end threat. For those who love their snow, we have chances of snow showers tomorrow across much of the Lower Peninsula. So be mindful of that. Temperatures are going to be in the high 30s, low 40s for most. Some of the snow will stick to the grassy areas, elevated surfaces, but the roads should remain just wet. Also, with that being said, the snow will probably stick a little better if it continues to snow into the evening hours on Monday into Tuesday, early Tuesday morning. That'd be the best time for it to stick because when the sun is out, we have there's a term for it. I want to say what it's called, but I don't want to botch it. But there's a term that we call it. When the sun is out, snow doesn't really stick very well. But when the sun goes down, it's like there's a thermal insulation. I want to say what it's called. So when the sun goes down, it sticks better. Mother Nature has bipolar disorder. Yeah, it seems like it does here in Michigan. A lot of states actually say that. Ohio, Indiana. There's a lot of states that can claim that. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that's going on right now. That line overall looks to be weakening. Take one more peek at it here. Well, this line up here by Detroit looks like a strengthening on the Grand Rapids radar, but if we switch to Detroit, it looks like it's about staying the same there, if not weakening just slightly. Look at the velocity scan on that. Yeah, not much going on there. Not much at all. That's a good thing. You don't want to see too much damage, or don't want to see damage at all. It's hard as storm chasers sometimes because you want to see a good storm, but at the same time, you don't want to see that damage that comes along with it. So, go ahead and zoom in here. Looks like it's moving northward pretty rapidly there as it heads into the Houghton Lake, Harrison, Hatton, Marion, Highland, Butterfield, those areas. I believe we have a chaser up there chasing right now. I also believe Joel is up in that area as well. I'm going to go check in with him really quick on our chat. Yeah, I don't know where he's at today. He had some kind of event that he was attending, so he wasn't going to be active, but he said if storms are going to be near him, he'll probably chase on foot. So we'll see if I can get a hold of him and see if he has anything. But yeah, so far, no reports of damage, no reports of severe weather here. Just some gusty winds. There's some hail coming in now up here. Or is that hail or is that a cell? That's a cell. That's not hail. That's my bad. Sometimes I'll get confused. We'll have reports pop up that look just like that, and it'll be hail. Down here, again, nothing much happening down here in southeast Michigan. Just looking over this one more time, although that one area of storms down here looks to be strengthening just slightly on Detroit's radar. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. And I'll be heading into Jackson County, into Calhoun, up here into Lansing. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. Although I don't think anything's going to come of that. All right, guys, just wanted to pop on here and give you guys an update on that. So we only have about 12 people here in the building. So if anybody has any last questions, now is the time to drop them because I'll probably hop off here unless something goes severe warned. We hear monitoring all day. So if something does happen, we'll pop on here and give you guys updates. So we'll give it another minute or two, and then if nobody asks any more questions, we'll go ahead and hop off. Go ahead and pop back on radar. Outside Michigan, there's a few severe warnings down here in Ohio. I know it's probably not of interest to anybody here, but they do have some warnings there heading into the Pittsburgh area here in the next hour or two. So, but otherwise in Michigan, pretty quiet, severe weather day here so far, at least. And let's hope to continue that trend. Let's go ahead and take one more peek at this and then hop off. So yeah, you see your gust front there, all on the leading edge, right there. As that advances northeastward, 40 to 50 mile per hour winds along that gust front. And then that also extends down into southeast Michigan, just not as strong. So along this line of storms, even if it's a weaker line, you could have 20 to 30 mile per hour winds enough to blow your trash cans into neighbors' yards, stuff like that. So check for questions, and if no else, we'll pop off. Yeah, so nobody else asked questions. So I'll go ahead and hop off here, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll have updates. We'll go live again if we have any warnings pop up here in the state. So thanks, guys, for watching. Stay safe.